I'd say two things about it. The first thing I'd say is a lot of the nice figures we're getting out of China are actually supply side or production figures. There is still a lot of concern about how the consumer is doing, given the inequality of wealth, inequality of income, and the fact that over 45% of the population who are in the poorest 10% of the population have seen their income severely damaged during COVID. So I think, like other countries, and I'm not saying China is different in this respect, China faces a demand deficit going forward, which is that neither jobs nor income will keep up with the levels which we've seen in industrial production recovery. The second thing I would say is that the SMIC ruling, if it is confirmed, and if it also includes both 14 nanometer and 28 nanometer chips, is extremely significant. It's more significant than Huawei. It's more significant than TikTok because it hits right at the core of China's ability to be autonomous in technology. And China needs that to maintain productivity in an aging working force, to control its population, and to project its military. So this is a great big thing, not a little thing. And I think Sam's report was actually absolutely bang on. The Chinese this time will have to retaliate. They too have just published their entities list. So what this is a step up in global in the Cold War. And what that actually means is it is very bad for markets, and markets are simply ignoring it wrongly.
I hear you, David. And when you consider the action against TikTok, the action against SMIC now, it really seems to be open season by the US on anything approaching Chinese technology, whether it's software or hardware companies operating in the US. So how strong is the backlash going to be exactly by Beijing on US tech operating in China, and is Apple in harm's way?
I think every US company operating in this area in China is potentially a target. But I also think that the Chinese don't want to damage their own economy. And if, for instance, you hit Apple really hard in China, then what you're doing is you're hitting your own jobs. And China has got a real problem about jobs and maintaining confidence and consumer income. So while the hit is likely to be more measured, I still think it will come, but it probably will not be disastrous. Having said that, you know, this is an escalator. The tensions in the Cold War are going up all the time. This is another movement up, and there will be others.